Good morning, Vanessa. So, how many of you were able to complete the week 3 assignments, display campaign? Not able to, okay. Sure, Vanessa, we can do that. So, can I know what is the status of each one's assignment submission right now? Week one, two, three, whatever week you have completed, you can mention that in the chat. Uh, we can do that, Vanessa, that's fine. Sandeep, you're able to complete by tomorrow for week 2 and 3. Okay. How about others? Priyanka, Sarabjit, Tanvi. Okay, your blog issue is resolved. Okay, stuck on week 2 as in, is it time limitation or you have some doubt how to do it? Okay, time. So if there is anything that you're not understanding because of which you are not able to do, let me know. And how about others? Yashi, Uttama, Sarabjit, where are you guys in terms of the assignment? Optimizing the network is confusing. Okay, we'll see to it. Arzu, week 2 completed. Good. Uttama also week 2. Okay. All right. So I'm just checking that because today we'll be taking up the last portion of the SEM. Okay. So we'll be covering. Okay. Let me just share my screen. I hope all of you can see the screen right now. All right. So today we'll be covering mobile ad campaigns. And as part of that, we'll be looking at one more campaign creation, which is the universal app campaigns. When you go for new campaign creation, you see this as one of the options, right? It's the simplest of the campaign creations, very simple, but focused on mobile marketing. Then we'll be looking at one tool called Report Editor, because once your campaigns are live, it's important for you to understand how to track and analyze data, right? So that you can improve upon what is working and let go of whatever is not working for your campaigns. So report editor has a lot of functionalities in generating nice reports, which are which are very flexible to suit the requirements that that you would like to have or your clients would like to have in terms of tracking the performance of your campaigns. And finally, we'll be looking at certain optimization strategies on how to, once you have the data of your account, once it start performing, and then if you want to understand how to improve upon them, that process is called optimization. So we'll be seeing optimization strategies, after which we'll also look at a process called AdWords account audit. So AdWords account audit, anybody has heard of this term before? Account audit? You might be familiar with the term auditing. It's basically about keeping taking stock of how things have been and everything, right? So that's the fundamental idea. You do a comprehensive audit of the accounts of your AdWords account and see where you can improve something and where you can uh, maybe let go of certain things that are not working for you. Okay, so on that note, let's get started. First, we will start with mobile ad campaigns. Mobile ad campaigns, why is it important? Most of the time consumers are logged on to internet through their mobiles these days, right? So it's no longer just the laptop or tablet, but mobile phones play an important role in many times people come across new products as they explore products or services on their mobiles. And studies have been indicating of a growing number of users who log in from their mobile devices and also make purchase decisions through mobiles, especially now that we have apps for almost all kinds of websites. You don't necessarily have to log on to a laptop to buy something. You can use your Amazon app on mobile to buy anything, right? So purchase decisions have also been gradually shifting more and more towards the mobile devices, simply because of ease of convenience. So which means when you design your ad as a marketer, you need to understand there are certain formats which are more adaptable and which look better on mobile screens. Remember when we looked at display campaigns, I showed you certain dimensions for mobile display ads, one of the ad formats. Yeah. So it would be a good idea to have ads which are specifically designed for mobile devices also when you create campaigns for your products and services. Now, where do these mobile ads show up? They can show up on your smartphones as well as on tablets. In the one, it can show up on the search results when you are on Google through those devices. It can show up inside a mobile app. When you open a mobile app, it can show up on top, bottom, or wherever. It can show up within the mobile web browsers and also within a Google Play Store or Apple App Store kind of a uh, sorry, not Apple App Store, within Google Play Store. We can see ads. Have you noticed AdWords ads within Google Play Store? Sometimes you might be searching for some apps. You will see certain search results which are promoted. Anybody can recall such results within the Google Play Store? Yes? No? Okay. So the kind of ads that you can have on these devices, mobile phones and tablets, they can be text ads, they can be image ads, they can be app promotion ads, or HTML5 ads which are built with Google Web Designer. The ads that you can have within apps on phones and tablets. So these are specifically uh, in-app ads, okay? The ads that come within the apps. These can be again text, image. They can also be app promotion ads of different kinds like image, video, or true view. So when I say app promotion ads, what do I mean? These are those ads which either promote downloading of an app that you have. So you can, if you're launching a new app, you want more users to download it. The person who clicks on the ad will be redirected to the Play Store or App Store to download it. Or it can be an app engagement kind of an ad where people who click on the ad, those users will be redirected to the app that is already in their phone. So it gets opened. So text, image, and app promotion ads, these specifically can be done. Um, the call only ads which you may have come across earlier when I discussed Google Display Network last week, the ads which are having the headline as a phone number where you can click and it makes a call, those kind of ads will show up only on those devices that can make a phone call. Okay. Requirements, as I told you, if you're using the AdWords interface and you are creating a campaign for mobile, you need to select either display network only, or if you're selecting search network, within the search network campaign, when you have the option for adding a display network, you have to check that box. You see the screenshot on the right side? So when you select a search campaign, you have an option add display network. If you say yes, those ads will be eligible to show on display network also. Otherwise, you have to select display network only, the second option in the campaign creations page. Now if you're using any third party ad serving platforms, okay, apart from Google AdWords, so that for creation of these ads, then those ads which you're creating on these third party softwares, it needs to adhere to the dimensions that are given on the slide here. So if you're making it for a mobile phone, it has to be 320 by 50 pixel or 300 by 250 pixel. So these are the dimensions you need to be mindful about. So if you want a full list of requirements, there is a hyperlink which I can share with you. Maybe you can bookmark this. Okay, or maybe you can share it with the person who might be designing the ads for you. That's another way. Right. Um Now let's look at how are some of these ads used on mobile devices. Okay, so we already saw text ads can be used when you target mobile devices, right? Text ads can be used along with extensions, like how you saw in the search campaign. Which slide, Yashi? This one. From which slide do you want me to repeat? Here. Okay, so here I'm just showing you where all the mobile ads can show up. These two slides are about that. Okay, so first we saw it can show up on your mobile browser, it can show up inside your mobile app, on mobile web browsers, and within the Play Store. These are the spaces where you can see these ads, the ads that are created using AdWords targeting mobile devices. Okay, here we are looking at what kind of ad formats will show up on these spaces. The ad formats are text ads, image ads, app promotion ads, and HTML ads. Okay, these are shown on your mobile phones or tablets, meaning when you're on Google search on your mobile phone or tablet, when you're on your Play Store, when you're using the mobile browser, all these situations. The second section talks about what kind of ads can show up on mobiles and tablets. When you use an app, inside the app, what kind of ads can potentially show up? They are again text ads, image ads, app promotion ads, but you can have image app promotion, video app promotion, or TrueView app promotion. These are video and TrueView. TrueView are those video ads that are created using the AdWords platform. Okay, so specifically these kind of diverse app promotion ads can be shown within the apps. Is this clear? Here it could be mostly text ads. If you're, for example, if you're seeing an ad on Google search on your mobile phone, you cannot have a mobile, cannot have an image or a video ad over here. It can only be a text app promotion ad. TrueView is the name AdWords has given to the video campaigns that are created on AdWords platform. So if you notice, when you go to campaign creation page, there is an option to create a video campaign, right? When you create a video campaign, you upload a video to YouTube and share that link in the AdWords account instead of uploading an image. So those campaigns, those video campaigns created on AdWords platform, they are given the name TrueView by AdWords. So it's like a trademark term, a brand name kind of a thing. Okay, can I proceed? How these three are different from each other? App promotion ads, app image. So basically this is a formatting error, Sandeep. These three should come under app promotion ads. Okay, these three bullet points. So on within the app you can have image app promotion, video app promotion, TrueView. So sometimes you can have a video promoting an ad, okay, which is not created using the AdWords platform. That's why it is given separately. When it is made using the AdWords platform, it is called a TrueView video. Okay. Here, app promotion in the first section is basically we are referring to the ones which are happening on the Google search or your mobile browsers and all. So image and video are not there. Is that clear? So of course, mobile ads, I cannot show you. I can only show you screenshots, Vanessa, because I'm using a desktop right now as I teach. Yeah, so that we can look at. If you remember in the last class, when I was showing you mobile display ads, I had shown you screenshots of the different dimensions of the different ads which had come up. But we'll see. Okay. So coming back to the image ad requirements, you have to adhere to certain dimensions for the ads that you're creating for your mobile phone and the tablets. And going a little bit more in depth, when you are looking at text ads with extensions. So see, one thing that you can also do is, as I am showing this, if you have your mobile phone with you, try doing a Google search for some product and see if you are able to see an ad, let's say a text ad on Google search with ad extensions. That's another way you can get a hang of this. Okay, I'm sure most of us would have seen already. There are text ads that are coming up on Google search on your mobile with location extension. Have you noticed that? Let's say we are driving to some place and you're looking up for a restaurant, or you're looking up for some other place. You see ads and you see a Google map link just beneath the ad, a location extension, right? The moment you click on the location extension, it opens up the Google map and shows you the navigation and direction, how far you are from that place and all these things. So especially when you use text ads for mobile devices, ad extensions are extremely useful and they are extremely user friendly. Okay, anybody want to try out? As I can wait for a minute if you want to just check it up on your mobile. Okay, how about others? Can I proceed or do you want to wait and check before we go on? Let me know when I can proceed. You can ping in the group chat. I'll do that after that. Okay, give me a minute, guys. 1 second. Uh, so Madhan, I was just asking if you want to try and make a search on Google from your mobile and see if you can see mobile ads, mobile text ads with ad extensions. So very often you will see ad extensions. If you're looking up for a store or a restaurant or any of offline businesses, you will see often a location extension, a Google Map URL beneath the ad. Vanessa, is this clear? How about others? Extensions, we had seen it, Arzu, in the first search campaign creation time. When you go to your search campaign or any campaign creation for that matter, in the campaign settings page, at that time you can add extensions. Even otherwise, let's say you have already created a campaign. In the AdWords interface, right below the keywords on the left navigation panel, you have ads and ad extensions, right? You can create ad extensions even after you set up the campaign. Maybe you can just look it up one more time once we complete the topics today. If you have doubts. When I open my mobile browser, even before I type the password to open, okay. But that's not the ad that we are talking about right now. We are talking of ads which I don't know what you're seeing there. It looks like could be some kind of a notification, maybe. What we are talking about is when you do a search on Google on your mobile. Okay. So anyway, I'll proceed. I think you guys have got it. If you have any doubt, just ping me because I'm not able to make out whether you understood or not. Anybody has any doubt? Is it clear? Can I go to the next topic? All right. If you can use call only ads on your mobile devices if you're having a call based business where you accept calls from your clients, like let's say food. If you're having a food delivery business and you accept a lot of calls, like let's say Pizza Hut or Domino's, Just Dial, these kind of businesses, you can use call extensions or create call only ads and direct them to mobile devices so that you can accept calls. Or you can use the app downloads where the so when I said these are the kind of images you will be seeing from my side. Okay, I hope this is clear enough. When this basically it's showing when you're on your tablet or a mobile device and you are looking up a website, you might see ads there where it will be asking you to or prompting you to click on it to install that mobile app. Have you seen such ads on your tablet or mobiles when you're browsing other websites? So you can maybe keep a lookout for it next time you read up or go through other websites. Okay. Apart from image ads, there might be ads where it will prompt you to click on it so that you can install that mobile app. So these are app promotion ads or app installation ads. The other thing that you need to be mindful while creating ads for your mobile devices, for others' mobile devices, is that your website as a marketer, as an advertiser, your website needs to be mobile friendly. So if you remember, we had introduced a couple of tools in the previous session to test whether your website is mobile friendly. Do you remember that? So basically this is a screenshot from one of the AdWords videos where they are showing up, let's say you're going on a drive and you feel hungry and you're looking up for a restaurant or something like that. You make a Google search from your mobile and you see some offers. You click on it. If the mobile, if you're doing something so spontaneously and the website is taking so much time to load, do you think you will wait for the website to load? Very often studies indicate that having a high page load time dissuades users away from the website. They might as well click back and go for any other website which loads faster. So while creating ads and targeting them specifically for mobile devices using ad extensions and everything is really good, you should also be mindful first before that to ensure that the website loads fast and it's easy to navigate and place orders or take actions from a mobile device on your website. So that needs to be done. So this is a video which will be kind of showing the example that I was talking about. So I will share the URL with you. You can play it at your end. It's a long video, so I want you to start watching the video from 1 minute 47 seconds. Is that fine? So let me share the
devices and they click your even offer specials suited to a mobile audience, such
so
as timely coupons that reward people for acting fast.
Yeah. So where you will see this case study thing. So play it from this point. and ping me once you're done watching. Done? All right. So let us look at creating a universal app campaign. Okay. Universal app campaign is the other type of campaign that you can create. This is specifically a campaign type dedicated for mobile app promotion. Okay. So let me just go to the AdWords account. Okay. So first you go to the campaign page. Click on plus campaign, new campaign. You see the last option over here, universal app. It says to drive app installations across Google's network. Click on it. Now it will ask you to select what is your mobile apps platform. Is it Android or iOS? So let's say I select Android. Okay. Now, for the example sake, let's say I'm promoting Uber app. Okay. It's not Android only. You had an option for iOS also, Vanessa, over there. I just selected. So at a time in a campaign, in one universal campaign, you can select only either between iOS or Android. So if you want two apps to be promoted, just create one more universal app campaign. In that you select from the iOS. Okay. So I select this and I say continue. So I just give a name. One ad for each mobile, not mobile type, it's a OS, right? You can create one campaign for Android app, one for iOS app. Right. So I gave a name to the campaign. This is the simplest of campaigns. Okay. There is no ad group concept in this. You just name your campaign. Then you are required to give 4 lines which describe what is your ad about or what is your app about. Okay. So what can I write about Uber app? Okay, what else? One call to action also. Okay, so I just give um, 4 text ideas. So these can be, these only condition is these 4 lines need to be independent line of text, because the system may juggle them in any manner. Okay, let's, this has exceeded the, okay, so it may put, let's say, download now over here. So let me make it more clear. Yeah, it may go on first line, book a cab instantly, maybe on the second line. So you can't make one line dependent on the other. That's the only thing. So once I have written 4 different lines like this, you see the preview on the right side. Professional drivers, fast and safe commute. Maybe I should put a full stop. Yeah. Now this is how it will come up. It will first show as the Uber logo will be app logo, app name. All these things will be written. From the Play Store, it will show the ranking. Then it will also select some lines from here and put it over there, and then install button. Now the other thing that you can do, so this is the preview on Google search. Okay, if I select Google display network, this is how it will show up on Google display network. Okay, this is how it will show up on YouTube. This is how it might be on Play Store. Okay, in Google Play, how is the rank?
Hari,
Yes.
yes, here in the preview it says book a cab instantly, fast and safe commute. What about the professional drivers and download our app?
Huh.
It will
So it will just select any 2. So in the preview, it is selecting 2 different lines that I've written now. In the actual scenario, sometimes it may select 1 and 2. Sometimes it may select first and fourth line. So that's why it is said it needs to be independent lines, so that in any order they show, it should make sense to the reader.
So what if the these preview choose the 2 lines that I don't really want that much?
So don't
I
write
want,
those
for
lines.
example,
You should be writing lines which are equally attractive. So maybe make only slight variations if you are not
okay,
sure about it. Okay, but don't write
yes,
any
okay,
line which you don't want to be shown, of course. Okay.
yeah, of course,
Yeah.
okay.
So Yashi, in Google Play, how the ranking is created? No, the ranking in the Google Play happens when people download your app and they rate your app. But that rank can get reflected over here. See 4.2 or something like that. It just pulls from the Play Store. Why is it not showing the first line? Book a cab. So that's what I answered to Vanessa right now. Is it clear, Priyanka? Maximum times we download app by seeing rating stars. That's true. But when once an app is there for some time, or let's say a new app is launched, usually people start rating it also, right? So this app gets, I mean, the rating gets pulled from whatever is the rating that is available on the Play Store. Because if you remember, I selected the app from the Play Store, right? So it just pulls the data from there. That's all. What is the maximum number of ad text that Google displays? Maximum number of ad text that Google displays? You have a limitation written over here, no? 25 characters per line. So if I write 25 characters here, 25 characters here, if they pull these two lines, it can show up to 50 characters.
I think what he says, because we have 4 lines, and he's asking
okay, the line. How many lines?
how many lines maximum? Yeah.
Yeah, it can show up to 2 depending upon the ad space. For example, let's say this is a display ad, right? This is an example of a display network ad. Now, if the space that it gets is a bigger space, it can show more lines. But typically, if it's getting a smaller space like this, it cannot show all 4 lines. So it will select, in this case, you see 3 lines have been selected: professional drivers, book a cab instantly, fast and safe commute. So it depends upon the ad space. If it's a very less one, like in this case, the Google search, it just selects 2. So maximum it can show 4, but depends what kind of ad space it gets selected for. Then it pulls up 2 lines from it. Okay. Now the other thing, it's not limited to this 4 text descriptions. If you have a video ad, I'm still not able to understand mobile ad and mobile app. So what is the question? I didn't get the question. The difference between a mobile ad and an ad in a mobile app, is that what you're saying? Maybe you can unmute and ask Yashi, sir. I understand your question better. That's right. So when I say mobile ad campaign, what we are meaning is we are creating a campaign on Google AdWords platform targeting mobile devices. Now, when you target mobile devices specifically, there are certain dimensions the ads has to adhere to. Okay. And the ads that are being directed to mobile devices or tablets, they can show up on Google search on mobile devices, they can show up on the display network on mobile devices, they can show up on YouTube when you're using it on mobile devices, they can use it on Google Play Store, they can show up on Google Play Store, which is in your mobile device. Okay, these are the different places where these ads can show up. Is that much clear? So the ads that you're directing to a mobile device can show up on all these 4. Apart from this, you can also see these ads within a mobile app. In the mobile device, you have certain apps, right? When you open an app, inside the mobile app also you can see ads. Now, in universal app campaign, what we are saying is when you create a campaign, you're creating a campaign basically to promote your mobile app. Okay, that is why we selected an app first. So this particular campaign, universal app campaign, the name suggests app, right? This campaign is specifically built to promote mobile apps. So if your business does not have a mobile app, this campaign is not relevant for you. If your business has a mobile app and you want to promote it, this is a good campaign. You can select that app first, like I did in the first screen. Write 4 ideas that describe what your app is about. Then it will start showing on search, display, YouTube and Play Store like this. Is this clear? Any doubt, Yashi? That's right. So if you want to have a mobile app for your business, you need to develop it with the help of an app developer, somebody who develops mobile apps. Why we are using, I mean, covering this topic is because these days most businesses are giving importance to mobile app. Even if you look at users, people like us, if there is a mobile app available for any service, we tend to, and if that's a service that we use very often, we tend to download it to our mobile device, right, rather than go to a laptop and use the website, because mobile app is more convenient and user friendly. So we are covering mobile app campaign creation also under the universal app campaign topic. Okay, so now apart from this giving a idea like this, the text idea, you can also, if you have a, let's say you have a video campaign that is created, a video ad, sorry, not campaign, a video ad that is created to promote your mobile app. Can you think about any kind of video ad which promotes a mobile app that you have seen? A video ad promoting a mobile app. Can you recall any product brand? Anyone? You don't remember? I think Make My Trip has lots of ads these days in India, which are about you download the app, you get discounts and all these things. So a lot of brands have started also promoting their app through videos. May not always be on television, but it can also show up on internet if you look up at YouTube and other things. Mintra, okay. Souk, yeah. So if you're having a video ad that is promoting your mobile app, you can upload that video ad on YouTube and copy paste that URL over here. Okay. Or if you have, let's say your graphic designer has designed image ads. Okay. Up to 20 such image ads can be uploaded over here. So when you upload a video ad over here or an image ad over here, in this previews, you will be able to see those images and videos also. Okay. So here you are seeing, I have not uploaded any video. So you are just seeing the Uber logo and you are seeing a skip ad. That's all that is there, right? But if I had uploaded a video URL over here, this may have shown a screenshot from that video and skip ad. Okay. So basically in one single page, you are able to give descriptions which will act like a text ad. If you have a video ad, you can upload the YouTube video, I mean, share the link over here. If you have image ads, you can upload the images over here. Once everything is done, just scroll down, select your targeting. So if let's say I want to target the whole of India, I can select that over here. Select the language. In this case, of course, I'm going to go with the English. So my ads are in English. Customers speak English. And then if I come down, I have a option to select here. What is it? It will ask me what do I want to focus on. So in this case, I can focus on install volume, which means how to maximize the installations from my ads. That is people clicking and downloading my app. What kind of users do I want to target? All users. Okay. Once this is done, I set the daily budget. So let's say this is just hypothetical. Okay, I'm just setting a daily budget 100 rupee. Delivery method same as earlier, standard and accelerated. I will go for standard. Okay, Vanessa is not able to hear me. Can others hear me? Okay, let me just. Yeah, so Yashi, accelerated delivery means if I put 100 rupees as my daily budget, it means I am okay with spending a maximum of 100 rupees in a single day, right? The moment I put accelerated delivery as my option, the focus of the system will be to exhaust or spend that 100 rupee at the earliest. Whereas if I set standard delivery as my delivery option, as you can see on the right hand side, it will focus on spending the budget evenly over time, which means it might spend, let's say, like 20 rupees in the morning, another 20 rupees in the afternoon, evening, night, right? So that there is opportunity for my ad to show up at different times of the day, which is what is recommended. So the only time you might go for an accelerated delivery is when there is some time sensitive campaign running. It doesn't make sense for you to run your ad or campaign after a few hours or after today, and you have a lot of budget remaining. In that case, that's right. So if you go for accelerated, the possibility of the ad showing up can slightly increase, but there is no guarantee. What is guaranteed is your budget can get exhausted quickly. Okay, all right. So standard delivery is what is recommended. Okay, then after that, bidding. So when you have a app installation campaign like this, where you're promoting installation of a mobile app, by default, the bid strategy that the system lets you choose is a CPA. CPA strategy is cost per acquisition or cost per conversion. Remember? So each download of the app will be treated as one conversion or one acquisition. And you can set how much you want to spend per acquisition. So let's say I put 50. It means the system will try to bid in such a way that on an average, every conversion or every installation will cost me only about 50 rupees. Got it? Any doubt? Any doubt over here? Please let me know. If there is no doubt, you can say no doubt. This cost will decide my ad position. Indirectly, it can, because if you put something that is very low, okay, then the system may have to bid little lower, so that overall you are getting an installation within that budget or within that amount. So if it is going to bid lower than what your competitors are bidding, your ad rank can go low, ad position can go low. I'll repeat it, Vanessa. So what I'm saying is, in this kind of a campaign, which is focused on promoting app installations, okay, that is downloading of mobile apps, by default, the bid strategy that you have is a cost per acquisition, CPA, or cost per conversion. Now, what is that bid strategy? That is a bid strategy where you can set a target for how much you want to spend for every conversion. In this case, the conversion is downloading of the app. So if I say I want to spend only 50 rupee per conversion, I set that as the target cost per installations. The system will try to bid in such a way that on an average, every time, on an average, each installation costs you only about 50 rupees. Okay. So in this example, if you go by whatever I have set, Yashi, if everything goes well, maybe I can get a maximum of, let's say, like 2 installations per day by the time my budget will be exhausted, right? How can we know what will be the download charges? No, so the charges will not be for every download. Okay, you will still, the bid will be set by the system automatically. So basically what happens is, the moment somebody downloads your app, okay, at that time you will be charged. Okay, the amount that will be accrued for each installation or each download, that will be reported under your cost column. There's a cost column. We'll see all that in the reporting section. There's a cost column. In the cost column, you'll be able to see. So you'll be able to see on an average how much has been the cost per installations. That column will report to you. How does one decide the right cost per target? Neither less nor more. See, as with any manual bidding, in a way, this is manually you're setting the bid, right, Arzu? So it is a trial and error. Only way you can start off is first decide what is affordable for me as a marketer. Okay, so keep that. Now, once you start running the campaign for 1 or 2 weeks, ideally 2 weeks, you will see a realistic estimate of how that particular bid is working. If you are not getting any installations, of course, it is very low, right? You may have to increase it. If you are getting good, but you feel the cost is a little too much, maybe you can start adjusting it a little bit, lowering it. All these things you can do. So it takes maybe a few weeks to figure out what's the range of bid that is appropriate for you. And it is also largely dependent upon what's the kind of budget you have as a company or as a person that you want to set for certain. If you believe that, okay, 50 rupee per installation is too costly for me, of course you won't set 50 rupee, right? You will set something else. All right. Can we move on? So after bidding, again, like any other campaign, you have an option to set a start and end date if you want to. And you can also set location preference. Like I chose India as my target location. I can choose whether this ad should be shown to everyone located in India and also who are showing interest in India, or people are just purely physically located in India. Okay. Is this clear? Once I click save and continue, the campaign is created. That's all. So if I say save and continue, it will ask me review settings. If I say continue to campaign, it will kick off the campaign. Okay. It's a new app promotion campaign. Yes, Vanessa. No, I'm just saying if I have a, I'll go to the settings page. I'm saying if I have a budget of 100 rupee per day, and I say that on an average I want to spend a target CPA of 50 rupees. Okay. Then ideally, if I get, by the time I get 2 conversions, 2 installations, I might have spent 100 rupee, right? That's what I was saying. So in this hypothetical scenario, it will be about 2 conversions in that case. But as I told you in the first instance, you may not always spend what you have set over here. It could be lesser than that also. But I'm just saying at most. Once we have created an ad campaign and budget is decided, then what is the mode of payment we have to pay? So mode of payment, Yashi, if you remember the first class, the moment you created your campaign, wait, let me first pause this. I don't want this campaign to run now. Yeah. Remember first time when we created the ad account, in the settings, you had a billing and payment setup. In billing and payment setup page, you can add your debit card or credit card, whatever, which will be charged as per the billing cycle, which is typically at the end of 30-day billing period, or whenever you hit a billing threshold. Like how you have in a postpaid mobile connection, initially when you start off, they may have a billing threshold of 1,000 rupee or something like that, right? So that if you reach 1,000 rupee, suddenly you will be billed, and then your billing threshold will be increased to, let's say, 2,000 or 3,000. Same way, you'll be assigned a billing threshold, which you can see there. If you go to my screen, see this. Now, as of now, around 2,200 rupees has been spent. Billing payment threshold is 10,000. So if before 30 days I cross as ad spend of 10,000, it will immediately charge me. Sandeep, before we went to name the campaign, the first option was to select between iOS or Android, remember? And then I selected Uber there. It came up without me searching because I had selected it in the last class also. But otherwise, you will search for your app and you select it there. That is why in the preview also you saw Uber app logo there, remember? So whichever app you selected, the ad will redirect to that app on the Play Store or App Store. What is the difference between AdWords Ad and AdWords Express? AdWords Express will not have a lot of functionalities of AdWords, normal standard AdWords account. Lot of targeting options, ad scheduling, all these things may not be there. It is just for a very new person with very basic AdWords features. But since you're studying SEM more from a point of view of becoming digital marketers, we are showing you only the AdWords standard account. That's why if you remember in the first class when you were creating an AdWords account, I said skip the guided setup. If you had not skipped it, the guided setup will first take you to AdWords Express account, which is very limited in its functionalities. Yeah. Do we need to pay in advance or only after reaching threshold? There are two options given. I think I thought we covered this in the first class. When you first set up billing and payment, you have an option between a prepay and postpay option. If you're opting for prepay option, you first recharge your account like how you do in a mobile. Let's say I put 10,000 rupees. When I run campaign, it will get deducted from there. Otherwise, I can opt for a postpaid, in which case I will be entering my credit card, debit card information, and it will be charging me when I reach the threshold or the 30-day billing period. So that's an option you select first time. Okay. All right. So universal app campaigns, where do they run? As you saw, they can run on Google search, they can run on Google display network, they can run on Google Play Store, and even within other apps or on YouTube. They generate ads based on your app listing on Play Store and along with a few independent lines of text and an optional video link from YouTube. So this is an example of an ideal situation for an independent text order, dependent text order. I was telling you, right? Start playing today, sign up for our app. So the system can put it, sign up for our app, start playing today also. It doesn't make a difference for the user. But if you wrote, get the newest version of the game around, the moment the system turns it around, it will not make any sense to the user. That's a problem if you write a dependent text order. Is it clear? Clear, guys? So other things to keep in mind for a universal app campaign, your ads will not be translated. So make sure whatever language targeting you're using, like English in my case, I should be using that language, English, in my ads. And because these ads are generated by AdWords, you won't be able to see how each one is performing. I mean, each specific one. Like in the case of other ads, like a text ad or an image ad, you can create different ads, right? You can create a responsive ad and you can track its performance. You can create a text ad, track its performance. Here you're not even creating an ad, you're just giving 3-4 lines which are an idea about this app. If you have a video, you're uploading the video URL. So individual ad performance cannot be tracked, okay, but you can see metrics at the campaign level. So if you, like how you saw app promotion campaign on my campaign page, at that level you can see the performance, how much conversions, how much installations, how many impressions, how many clicks, all these things you can see. And then there is no concept of ad group. That is another major distinction of this campaign type. So the entire campaign itself is considered to be one ad group. Okay, for each app that you have, you need to create several, I mean, separate app campaigns. So if you have an Android app, one campaign for that. If you have a Apple iOS app, you have to create another universal app campaign for it. Is it clear? Any doubt? Point number 3. Yeah, so you saw the demo right now, like Sandeep. There's no concept of an ad group. You clicked on universal app campaign, you selected your app, gave it a name, the campaign, then you went ahead writing 4 text ideas, and that's it. If you have image ad, you can upload it. If you have video, you can upload, I mean, share the video URL. That's all. There is no ad group creation at all. That's why I said this is like a very simplest of campaigns to create. And because there is no ad group, individual ads are not tracked. You get data only at the campaign level. So how will it map its performance to a particular campaign? I didn't get that question, Sandeep. You're creating a campaign, you're giving text ad descriptions. Ads are put together by combining those text ideas. And when the ad gets a click and app download happens, this data is reported at the campaign level. That's all. Charges for universal app campaign can be quite higher than others. We can't generalize, Yashi, but again, you are opting for a not opting, you are being charged for each installations, right? So generally it can be slightly higher. Sandeep, did that answer your question? Okay, so with that, let's just have a look at the best practices when you look at mobile ads. So some of it we have already covered, just like a summary of it. First and foremost, connect with mobile users. How do you do that? For that, you need to create ad text which appeal to users across devices. Okay, so there are certain advanced functionalities like if functions and ad customizers which you can use to speak directly to mobile users. I can share the help center articles for the if functions and ad customizers during the break time. Have a look at it. If you have doubts, we can maybe discuss it more, but I'm just trying to avoid it because it can be too much of information. But if you want, we can discuss it further. So first I'll give you the help center articles for it, and then we can take it up if you require. Then of course ad extensions, as I said, are definitely useful when you're creating ads for mobile. If you have a business number where you accept calls, give that number. And message extensions can also be used where you can invite users to SMS you so that it can build trust. You can respond directly with your SMS. Then deliver great mobile and app site experiences. This again goes back to ensuring that you have a good page load time. You have a page that is easily navigable for the users who are visiting it, all that stuff. Customize the page to which you are directing the users. Okay, all these things you need to take care. If you are having an mobile app ad, okay, about some specific feature of your mobile app, and if you are going to lead the user to open a particular section of your mobile app, make sure you link the final URL to that section in your mobile app. Just like in a website, if you're having an ad about, let's say, a sports shoe, you want to take the user to a page on the site for sports shoe, not about a generic home page which is having all sorts of shoe, right? Same way, set up deep links that will take the people directly to specific parts of your app. So these are the things you need to do to deliver great mobile and app site. LP means landing page, the page to which you are taking a user. Once that is done, you connect to users, you ensure there is a good website or mobile app experience for the user. You need to measure it, right? So you need to account for both. What is the difference between app and universal links? So this is two tools, Arzu, app links and universal links. One is for Android, one is for iOS operating system. That's the only difference. These are two. So I'm not showing it to you. Again, I can show it to you. Mostly developers will understand this page better. That's why I was not navigating to it. Basically, this is recommended. Android app links is recommended if you're having a Android app promotion. So your web developer can make use of it to have a deep linking. If you want to deep link the ad to a particular page on your mobile app. If your mobile app is that of a iOS software, Apple, then you can use universal links. That's the only difference. Okay. Then measure the full value of your mobile campaign, which means there can be that two campaigns need to be created. That's what I was mentioning, right? You need to create two different campaigns, one for iOS, one for Android. You can't select both apps together. So you need to account for both online as well as offline mobile conversions. What do I mean by offline mobile conversions? What does it mean? Online mobile conversion is understandable. You go to a mobile app, you see something, you sign up, you purchase, download. It's an online mobile conversion. Offline mobile conversion will be, who can answer that? We saw some examples. Calling and booking, okay. Or simple thing, I'm going somewhere, I look up a restaurant on mobile, I see an ad, I click on it, I click on a map extension, I saw, okay, this is where it is. I navigate, I go visit the restaurant, I eat, I pay. Nothing happened online, right? But it is a mobile induced conversion. So we call it an offline mobile conversion because I got the lead for that business from the mobile ad, but then I opted to convert offline. Yeah. Or let's say I look up for reserving a new movie ticket. I saw an ad from Book My Show app. I clicked on it. I go to the mobile app, but I see that there is some error in the mobile app. I'm not able to book the ticket. I rush to the theater. I buy the ticket over the counter. That can be treated as an offline mobile conversion because I got the lead from the mobile, but then I converted finally offline. Okay. That's why some of these places, when you go in the feedback form or things like that, some restaurants and they will ask you, or in some programs that you attend, where did you first hear from us? Is it through your friends, Facebook, internet, Google? Have you seen that? Many businesses use that in their feedback form these days. So that is a way to keep track. Like for me, example, in the retreat that is coming up, when people sign up, I ask them, how did you know about this retreat? Because I was running a campaign on Facebook, I was running on Instagram. So I need to know from where it is coming, from where did they come to know of the program, right? So I can attribute the conversion that way after that. So that's what here we are seeing. Ideally, account for both online and offline mobile conversion. So you know what is the real impact of your campaign. And track important mobile interactions using AdWords conversion tracking. You can use call reporting, again, part of conversion tracking. There is in-app conversion tracking. So all these things you can do. So once you set up conversion tracking, you have the option to set up separately for your website, for your app, for calls. So whichever is relevant and important for you, make sure you track that. All the conversions can be accounted for in the conversions column in your AdWords interface. Okay. Then set bids which can help you drive profitable mobile traffic. Okay. So that is, I think one of you asked, will that be too low? How do you know? So recommended, go with AdWords smart bidding initially so that you automate the bids. If you're not using the automated bidding, select device specific target CPA. So basically, you can optimize your bid for different devices. Okay, so I'll give you an example. If I go back to my campaign, you see this. For every campaign, if you go to devices, you will see the three devices: tablets, mobile phone, and computers. Now, if I don't want one device, let's say tablets, if I find that, okay, tablet is not performing really well, okay, and it's costing me more money, I can say decrease the bid by some, let's say 10%. So if I say 10%, it means a 10 rupee bid will become 9 rupee when the search is coming from a tablet device. Is this clear? If I say plus 10% increase by 10%, it means a 10 rupee bid will become 11 rupee bid. System will bid for 11 rupee when the search is coming from a mobile device. Yeah. If I don't set a bid, whatever is the default bid of my campaign, that will be used. So what is said over here is that you can set device specific target cost per acquisitions. So if I don't want, let's say, a computer or a tablet to have, I can even put decrease by 100%, so that any search from those devices do not trigger, or my ads don't get into an auction. So only everything will be for mobile. Okay. Is this clear? So at the device level, you can make bid adjustments like this. Okay. Any doubts? This is called device level bid adjustment, to give more preference or automatically increase by a particular amount your bids when the search is coming from a particular device. Can I see a yes, no, if you have understood, not understood, any doubt? All right. Thank you. You can also, if you're using a manual bidding, I was using automated bidding in that campaign. If you're using a manual bidding where you manually set the bid, You can also opt for options like bid your ads for top of search results. Remember top of the page search results option? You can go for those kind of options also to make sure that your ads are shown in places where it is more profitable, where there's a higher chance for conversion. Okay, which brings us to reporting, tracking and reporting. Do you want to take a break before we start with reporting? Because reporting and account audit kind of goes together, so maybe it's a good time to take a break. It's 11:20 India time. We will break for 30 minutes. Back at 11, sorry, 11. Fine. All right. See you guys. Okay. So let's start with reporting. Okay. So once the campaign, so till now, what have we done? We have learned how to create different types of campaigns, right? Search, display, mobile. And once you create, we also saw a little bit about how you can optimize the search campaign in the second class at different levels, right? At the account level, ad group level, campaign level, keyword level, ad level, all these things we saw at that time. Now, when you want to improve upon what you have created, you need to have certain data at hand to substantiate the decision to change something, right? Now, for that purpose, tracking becomes very important. Also, what to track, that's also important thing, because AdWords, being the kind of product that it is, gives you options to track a wide variety of metrics and stuff. Not everything might be relevant for all advertisers at a particular point in time. So what you decide to track assumes importance for it to be relevant to you. One good rule of thumb to follow to decide what you should track is to understand what are the metrics which are relevant for the kind of advertising or marketing objective that you have taken for yourself. Okay, so you might give more prominence to certain metrics if your objective is brand awareness. If your objective is app download, maybe certain other metrics will be the more important and relevant ones for you. So on and so forth. We'll see them in detail. But before that, let us look at a short video. So let me share this link first with you. It's a 3-minute long video. Just ping me once you're done with the video. Done? All right. So any doubts from the video, or can I move ahead? So link I already shared, Mathan. Did you join late? This is the link, but maybe you can watch it later because we have to go on with the session. Okay. So I'm just going to ask you certain questions. Let's see, depending upon the marketing objective, whether you can answer. If the goal of your campaign is to increase the traffic to your website, what could be the success metrics that you need to keep a track of and generate reports on? Just think about it. Increasing traffic to website would mean you want people to, that's right, Sandeep. You want them to click on your ad. Only then they can reach your website, right? So clicks will be one. What else? Impression share, good. But more than impression share, I would say clicks for this goal. Anybody else? What other metric would you select if your goal was to create or increase traffic to your website? Subscribe. So that is a specific action, Vanessa. I'm talking about. So okay, I'll tell you what could be the different metrics. What are there in the AdWords account? Success metrics, performance metrics. They are impressions, clicks, CTR, conversions, conversion rate, cost per conversion. All these things are different metrics. So in this case, you will be focusing more on clicks and CTR, right? So more than impression share, CTR is a better thing to keep a tab on, because CTR will give you idea of what is the likelihood of a click for the number of impressions that you're getting, right? And you might want to see that the CTR is on an upward curve. It is increasing, not going down. If CTR is going down, it means possibility of traffic to your website is also coming down. And what reports can help you in this case? A keyword performance report can help you, because that report will give you how each keyword has been getting, how many impressions, how many clicks, CTR. Search term report also, it can tell you details of what kind of search terms are getting you clicks. Okay, any doubt over here? Everybody, is it clear? Okay. What if your goal is to increase the sales or other conversions? What could be the metrics you will keep a track of? Call to action, click to action. Okay. Click to action. Is that a metric that you can track? What else? How about others? Any guesses? If you wanted to, if your campaign objective was to increase conversions, add to cart, add to cart is, so I think there is a confusion now about specific actions the user is taking, like subscribing to newsletter, adding to cart. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in the AdWords interface, there are certain metrics. And I told you what are the metrics. Metrics are impressions, clicks, click-through rate, conversions, conversion rate, cost per conversion, cost per click. These are all different metrics that you have. Impression share. This is the metrics with which you analyze performance from the AdWords interface. What you guys are, so let's say Tanvi, you a customer comes to your website, adds something to the cart, purchases. In AdWords terminology, what is that? When they purchase, that can be a conversion, if that is how you define your conversion. So try to think from AdWords terminology point of view. Okay, cost per conversion. Jibin says conversion, conversion rate, cost per conversion. That's right. Very correct. All the conversion related metrics, like how many conversions, what is the cost per conversion, what is the conversion rate, all these things will be the metrics that I will predominantly focus on when I look at sales. Now, quality score is important, Priyanka, but let's say my conversions are coming down, okay, or something is not right. As part of the analysis, then I might also drill deep and see, okay, what is the quality score? Is it because of low quality score that my ads are not showing up? Is that leading to low conversion? On a deep dive, a deeper analysis, we'll go into that. But at a peripheral level, when you look at the overall performance, these are the main metrics you will keep a track of. Okay. And what will help you understand this data? You can look at keyword conversion data at the keyword level, how keywords are performing. You can also look at landing page data. What kind of landing page data? Because conversions typically happen on your website or app, right? So if your page load time is high or if it is low, it can have a different impact on conversions, right? So having a key landing page data, like for example bounce rate in analytics, Google Analytics, you have a metric called bounce rate. What is bounce rate? If I click on an ad, I reach a website, immediately I leave within 1 or 2 seconds, it means I have bounced off the site. That's how you can call it. I didn't really spend quality time on the website, right, for any meaningful action to happen. So if my bounce rate of my page is very high, it means something about the page is not right, which is making people go away. So I may need to work on that. So having landing page data on hand and looking at it can also help you understand what can be done to improve the conversions. Next, if your goal is to improve brand awareness, raise brand awareness, what metrics will you keep a track of? Impressions. Okay. Anything other than impressions? Relevance of landing page. Impression share can be a good thing at this case, in this case, right? CTR, in some cases, if you are looking at brand awareness plus customer engagement, it can be used. If you are looking at customer engagement on display network, you can look at conversions. Okay, but generally impressions is what you would go for brand awareness. Then there are two metrics which you can see on AdWords, which are called reach and frequency. Reach means how many users did you reach, unique users. Frequency, how often did you reach. So these are two things you can keep a tab on. Okay, because they are relevant to brand awareness. Okay, any doubt? Anything else you want to add to that? No? Yes? What if your goal is to increase ROI? Anybody? If your goal is to increase ROI from your campaign, what would be the metric that you would look out for? Conversion. Okay. Anything more specific in conversion? You have a hint. ROI is the ratio of your cost to your profit. Conversions. Conversion value. Remember ROI is sales. That's right, Vanessa. Right? You might also may want to look at within conversions, not just number of conversions, but also conversion value. Okay. Any doubts? Yeah, so all those conversion rates, cost per conversions, everything would come under this. Okay, so with that understanding of how, depending upon your marketing goals, we can come to the tool which is the report editor. Because otherwise, if we straight away jump to report editor, there is so many metrics, you won't know what metric to go for. Where do you find report editor? You click on this graph icon in your AdWords interface. Till now you used to click on this tool icon. Before that there is a graph. Have you seen that? Yeah. So if you click on it, you see a reporting drop down and you see three different options. One is reports, predefined reports and dashboards. Predefined reports in the old interface used to be called dimensions. Now it's called predefined reports. So dashboard will give you an overall view of whatever reports you have already created. So if you are using it for the first time, there will be nothing there. If you go to predefined reports, you will see a list of reports which are ready-made, like performance reports and other things. We'll see that. So before we see each of the options, the interface where you can create a report manually, it will have different segments. One is, it's a drag and drop interface. So you can drop whatever metrics you are wanting to be as part of the report into that reporting tab. So if you look at here, when I hover my mouse over predefined reports, it will show me a table which will say basic reports, time related reports, conversion reports, labels, geographic reports, extension report, display reports. If I hover the mouse over the basic, I think somebody's microphone is on. Yeah. If I go hover my mouse over the basic report, it will open another subset of more granular reports like campaign performance report, ad group performance report, ad report, keyword report, search term report, final URL report, all these different types of reports. Okay, so these are, so if you notice, a campaign performance report or an ad group report can also be downloaded from the campaign page. Okay. Okay, call detailed report is, Vanessa, when you have set up a Google forwarding number. So like, let's say you have a call only ad. Okay, you can, Google will offer you to have a Google forwarding number through which all the calls to your mobile will be redirected. So you might have seen those numbers starting with 1800, right? So the moment they click on the ad, first it will go to Google forwarding number, then it will be redirected to your business number. So all the calls will be tracked. So you will know what duration the calls were and other things. So basically, final URL report will be, it will analyze how the CTR or the different metrics of such performance of each of the different final URLs you have given. Search terms, of course, search term report you can download from the search term tab also, which you which you saw earlier, or the keyword report from the keyword tab you can download. So, but in the reporting editor tool, it's all in one place. So you don't have to go navigate to different parts of the account to generate these reports. Is this clear? Yeah. Similarly, if you go to time report will give you, okay, I think, yeah, time report will give you reports can be generated for each day of the week. Okay, so if you want a daily report, if I say December 4 to 7 and I select day, I'll get all the data for performance on day December 4, December 5, December 6, December 7 separately. If I put week, for different weeks, so if it has to be a larger duration of time, so let's say I put December 1 to 31. If I put week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, I'll get. Or monthly report, quarterly report, yearly report. And if you want a daily, hourly report, that is also possible, but for a shorter time duration. You have to put something like, let's say June 1 to 5. It can show me hourly data of from 12 hours to 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. Each hour, how many clicks, impressions, all these things. Okay. Now tell me, how will a time report help me in optimization? Can you think about any AdWords feature which is connected to the insights that you can get from this kind of a report? Which one? Remember the option for ad scheduling? What is ad scheduling about? You can decide what time of the day you want your ads to run, or what days of the week you want your ads to run. So let's say I run this time report for hour of the day, and I find that I'm getting maximum number of productive clicks during evening times between 6 p.m. to 12 midnight, and hardly any clicks from the initial part of the day. Maybe I can use that insight to schedule my ads to run between those times. Or I find that I'm not at all getting any productive clicks during weekends. All my business related clicks are coming on weekdays. I can use the data from the weekly report to exclude Saturday and Sunday from running my ads. I can schedule my ads to run only from Monday to Friday. Okay. Ad scheduling. Yeah, what you said is right. Okay. Anybody has any doubt here? Then for conversions, like you were saying, conversion rate and all these things. So conversion category will give you reports where if my remember different conversion categories while set up conversion tracking: signups, sales, view of a key page. So if you select conversion category, you can get reports by divided by your, segmented by your conversion category. If you go for conversion source or conversion action name is the name you give for each conversion. So if you want to run a report for just one particular conversion action, you can do that. Okay. Any doubts over here? If you go to labels, so labels is a didn't understand conversion action. So Arzu, did you were you present for the class where we generated the conversion tracking code? Where I showed you how you can go to conversions, create a new conversion. Finally, you get a HTML snippet code. You remember that section? So when you click on conversions in the settings, in the tools icon drop down, the first thing you give is a conversion action name. Okay, which means if let's say, okay, I have a tarot website, I want to track conversions for the tarot card reading payments. So maybe the conversion action name that I will give is tarot card payment. So when I select conversion action here, it will ask me, okay, let's say I have another conversion action which is about websites to my Yogashala website. So there are two conversion actions. Which one do I want to the report for? If I want the report for the tarot card payment, I will select that name. Is that clear? So every conversion action or every conversion tracking code that you generate is associated with the corresponding action name, which you give at the start of that. So that is what is referred to here. Labels is a feature which we didn't discuss. Basically, this is applicable if you're having lots of campaigns, lots of ad groups or ads in your account. Then you can apply labels. You know, when do we apply labels, guys? Those of you who are familiar with filing a lot of stuff, if you're having a lot of notes and other things, sometimes we keep a label to understand, okay, these notes are related to these set of things are related to another thing, right? So similarly, when I have too many campaigns in my account, lot of campaigns, okay, hundreds of campaigns, and let's say 10 of them are related to yoga, I can create a label and select those 10 campaigns and put a label called yoga. Like how most of you have seen how labels work in Gmail, right? you can categorize certain emails under one label. Same way, you can apply label to campaigns, you can apply labels to keywords, you can apply labels to ad groups, all these things. So you have an option to run reports by the labels. So if I select label campaign and I select the label as yoga, all the campaigns which are having the label yoga, a report will be generated for them. So rather than going to the basic report and running 10 different campaign reports, I can just run one report with the label yoga, so that all the 10 campaign data is generated in one go. Is this clear? So if you are using the label facility in AdWords, this report will be useful for you. Any doubt? Do you want to see how to apply a label? Yeah? Okay. So if I go to my account, let's say, let me go to my campaign. So let's say I select this campaign, okay? You see option label. I can give a name and a description. Apply. Okay. I can create a new label. Okay. I have two labels now. Where do I see these labels? If I go to columns, or I can segment by label. See, if I select yoga retreat and apply, only campaigns with yoga retreat will be shown. Okay, the campaign status all but removed. I'm trying to add a see here. So here also you can use segmentation. Okay, so once you apply a label over here, if I go to my reporting tab, you see this? That's the campaign label, tarot reading. So it will show me how many data I have for that label. So I think I did not select the label for this one. Okay. So if I go here, okay, because this is the only active campaign, it is showing only this. The other one does not have any data. Okay, so you understood. So this kind of label can be applied at the campaign, ad group, keyword, ad levels, and you can run it for that. Okay. Geographic report. You can run a report for people, the specific geographies which you have targeted. So if I've targeted, let's say, Bangalore, Cochin, and Hyderabad, I can see with geographical report which geography performed better. User location will be from which location the user accessed or saw my ad. That is tracked using their IP address. That is the default, Yashi. The other one, for the time period I chose, it did not have any data, because the other two campaigns I think I created just for training purpose at that time. Then I immediately paused it. So there's nothing to show also, right? So if you want to see the geographical report, maybe I can show you from here. Okay, let me go here. You see this? It will show me which country, which geography, which city. So you see two categories: physical location, which means the person was in this location, Bangalore; location of interest, which means somebody who was not in that particular location but showed interest in Delhi or Bombay, they saw the ad. Got it? If I put user location, here everything is user physical location. Now we are only looking at people from where they accessed or saw the ad. Okay, so if I look at which one got me maximum clicks, May 3rd to June 1, Karnataka, Bangalore. Yeah, any doubts, guys? What will distance show me here? How far away was the people from my business? Distance from location extensions. Okay. And then we have something called extension report. So if I have a call out extension, I can see what is the kind of performance each call out extension had. So depending upon what extension you have used, you can generate a report like this. Is that clear? So if you had a call extension, for example, or let's say and it didn't receive any click in my case, so it's not showing any data. So this is how you can generate reports for your ad extension and know which ones are working for you, which ones are not working for you. Okay. And then you have the display extension. So that's a search campaign, so I can't show you. But otherwise, if you're having a display campaign, remember you can define audience or you can select topics. So if you had selected, let's say 2-3 topics, yoga, health and fitness, whatever, it will show you the performance on those topic targeting. Meaning, what are the kind of websites where these ads were shown and what impressions and clicks you received. Or if it's audience, it will show you data related to, let's say you targeted men and women. What is the, what percentage men or women saw the ad, the age category wise performance, or if you are selected interest based targeting, the performance in that category, those things you will be seeing. Okay, is that clear? Any doubt? Okay. So the different types, so these are the template reports, because they are already ready made, it will just generate on its own. Now we will look at how to create a report from the scratch manually. So to understand that, you need to click on the first part, not the pre-defined reports, the first one, where you will be taken to an interface where you have all these 3 4 categories. First is tiles. On the left side, you will see something called tiles, which can be dragged and dropped to the right side. Okay. They have all these metrics and dimensions which can be built into your report. Then you have a sidebar.
Sir, I
Yes.
have a query.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, if I'm working on AdWords and I'm working for so many clients, and those clients are having their different websites, sir. So, how different campaigns under one roof can be created for different clients? You know?
So what
Is it
we
possible, sir?
so Yashi, what we will typically do is, see,
Hmm.
clients may want to see their campaign performance and everything. They will ask access, and it won't be nice if you can let one client see another client's performance and everything, right? So what we
Okay.
normally do is, if the
Mhm.
client is having an AdWords account, okay,
Okay.
as agency managers or as a consultant who is working on multiple clients, we will be having
Mhm.
overarching account called my client account, which is like a shell account,
My okay.
to which you will which will be granted access to all these accounts. So it will be like you have a single login to MCC
Mhm.
account, which is called a my client account, from where you can. So when you log in there, it won't have any normal things. Like I will show you at the end of today's class, you won't have other things like a normal campaign creation or anything. What you will see is all your other accounts to which you have access. So let's say you are having 10 different clients. Okay, you will see
Mhm.
all those 10 accounts under this interface, so you can navigate to whichever account you want to. Okay, and in the account
Okay.
that is specific for a client, you create all their campaigns and ad groups, and you might give access to them also if you want, if they want to see the performance. So that way you can navigate between different clients, but you are restricting the access to the client to only their account.
So maybe in this class or in next class, I want a practical demonstration for that because it
We
will
will
be
see it
helpful
right
for
away. We will
us.
see it once I complete this report editor and the account audit. I'll
Mhm.
show you that. It will just take 2-3 minutes of time. I'll show you
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So we coming back to report editor. On the left side, you have a list of tiles, which are basically different metrics which you can drag and drop to the right side. And you have a left navigation panel where you can select different types of reports. On the right hand side, you have a canvas, which is a gray area where these tiles are dragged and dropped. This is a canvas. And on top, you have a shelf. This is called the shelf, where you can select between the different tables or line chart, bar chart, all these things, or you can define what time period this report is for, all these things. Okay. So you can select what metrics need to be gone to the row, what should make up the columns. You drag and drop. Once you drag and drop the metrics, so this is a table chart where the metrics, the performance is displayed in the form of a table. So I selected campaign, dropped it under row. I selected clicks, cost, average position, average cost, and dragged it to the column section. So what am I seeing? I see a row called Tarot Dojo, which is my campaign name. I see under different columns, I see the number of clicks, cost, position, and cost. Is this clear? And this is how is it shown? It is shown in the form of a table, because I selected table as the type of report. I can select a line chart, in which case in a line chart, I need to select 3 metrics. So I chose campaign as the row, clicks and cost as the column. So from October to November, okay, this is the time period. It is showing, the red line will show cost for the campaign, blue line is showing the clicks for the campaign, but it is presented in the form of a line chart. Is this clear? Any doubt? Can I see a response, guys? If you are having any doubt, difficulty, let me know. How about others? Okay. So the filters that you're seeing, so there is a section called filters. What does filters do? They will help you hide data which you don't want to see. So sometimes what happens is um, you might be adding certain metrics and there might be a lot of zero, no data. Okay, now if you don't want certain data to be not seen, you can hide them using filters. There are two types of filters. One is called a report filter, one is called a table filter. So report filter help you if you want to see a subset of your data. So for example, if I'm going to put a keyword report, okay guys, now don't you think certain keywords will not have any data? So if I am having a keyword report for a campaign, and let's say I am having 100 keywords and 95 keywords are having zero data, report will look huge but there is no data. Don't you think that will look odd? So if I want to see only relevant data, I can use a report filter and I can say show data above zero. For example, that's one example. So it will show only keyword data which is having any data above zero. So effectively it may show 10 keywords and the corresponding data which will be above zero. Now that is a relevant data for you. You're hiding data which is not relevant for you. Am I clear? Yeah. Same way for the table, you can apply some filters so that some specific columns can be filtered out if they don't meet your specified criteria. So to give you an example, if you want to see all the keywords in your campaign which have a lot of clicks coming from mobile devices, what can you do? First, you create a table, drag and drop the campaign that you want to see. So campaign will go into the row, the columns will be clicks and keywords. Now you can create a report filter which narrows your data subset to mobile devices. So you can just filter out only mobile device. So that your table will show only the mobile clicks for your keywords. It will filter out keywords which got clicks only from desktop or tablet. Yeah. Now, when you are analyzing this report, let's say you realize there are a lot of keywords with no mobile clicks and they are cluttering your view. In that case, under the column, you can apply a filter for the table which says that show only those rows which are having more than 0 clicks. So now you are seeing data which is specific for clicks coming from mobile devices, and within that you are seeing only those data where the clicks data is above 0. So that is a relevant data for you. Is this clear? So first time you set a filter at the report level saying I want to see only data for clicks coming from mobile device. You excluded other. In the second step, for the particular column for the mobile clicks, you said I want to see only data above 0. So there is only, you are avoiding any 0 data. Am I making it clear, guys? Is it okay for you? Yes, no. I'll explain one more time, Sandeep. So when you normally put a filter or when you normally create a report, so let's say I'm going to reporting in the AdWords account, I click on reports. When I click on reports, I reach this page. Okay. I click on plus table. So I'm creating a new report for table in a table format. So I put campaign over here and I put performance metric on the right side. So I drag and drop clicks. Okay. Now what I was saying was, let's say now I am having 1, 2, 3, 4 campaigns. only one campaign is active and have clicks, right? So let's say I want to create a filter here. So I can say campaign status eligible, which means active. Only those campaigns I want. So this is a report filter. I am saying I want only an eligible active campaign to be part of the report. I click apply, only the active campaign is there. This is the first one I was telling about. Okay. Now, let's say I put okay. Now I can add a filter here. Okay, let me remove this one. Okay. So, okay, how does the campaign change? Okay, I selected. Okay. Now, if I want to change a filter over here, okay, let's say I'm going to add a ad group. Okay. Let me try to remove this filter. Okay, so this will show me only a campaign because the first filter I applied is for campaign status. Let me go back from the first. Okay, let me just get back to you on this, guys. I'm not able to apply the filter at the column level over here, but I can show it from the AdWords interface side. If I go to the campaign over here and I go to the keywords, I will have an option to create a filter. If I go to clicks, it can say more than, let's say 15. Now it will show me only clicks on keywords which are more than 15, or let's say okay. Yeah, on the report editor, let me just check back and tell you there is an option there also, but I was not able to select at the column level. So basically for each column, if you want, you can create a filter like that to show or exclude. Basically filters are there to hide any data which might interfere with you viewing the relevant data in your account. So you can use that for the filters. Did you get a fair idea? Okay. Now if you want to view all your campaigns with the word brand in them, what kind of filter would you use in the report editor? You'll use a report level filter, right? Because you have to tell the report editor the campaign that should qualify to be part of the report needs to have the word brand in them. So you can create a filter with the name campaign name contains brand, so that only those campaigns whose campaign name has the word brand in them will be part of the report. Okay. So with that, we come to optimization strategies. I hope report editor is clear, guys. Any doubt? So based on the insights that you're getting from the report editor, you can come up with ideas for optimization. What are they? So a lot of this we have pointed out at different points in the over the course of the last 4 weeks. At the level of campaign, you need to organize the ads and the keywords based on a particular theme. Now this theme can be based on the different products that you have. So if I have 10 different products, I can have 10 different campaigns or ad groups based on those ad or those products. Or it can be in the on the lines of any other categories. What are the other categories that can be? If I'm a multi-brand retailer, I can organize the theme based on each brand that I have of the same product. So if I have a shoe shop, for example, and I have 6 different brands that I'm retailing, I can create campaigns or ad groups based on those brand, and then subcategories with different models that you have for those brand ad groups, right? And make sure that each placements and ads are about a specific topic of which it is a part of. So based each ad, as you know, will be part of some ad group. So make sure it is about the ad talks about that particular topic. So the theme should be maintained from the start to the finish. Secondly, at the level of ad, what can be done to optimize? You can use advanced features like keyword insertion to keep it dynamic and more relevant for the end user. You can use the editorial guidelines, which we discussed in week 2, like interstitial capitalization, including a call to action phrase, your USP. And I'm not going to the details. You can refer week 2 slides for it. Third, targeting needs to be effective. First of all, to reach people who are already shown interest, you can use something called remarketing. If you have a display campaign, you can use placement targeting to customize and target specific websites, mobile apps, or such pages through the AdWords campaign. Equally important is excluding your ads from appearing on web pages or apps or categories of websites which are not relevant for you or with which you don't want to associate yourself as a brand. So we saw some of the exclusion categories, right? You can exclude your ads from appearing next to sensitive content, adult content, tragedy, news related to some tragedies, all those things. So you can do that. Also, very importantly, using negative keyword match type to exclude irrelevant keywords from triggering your ads, so that you can both save cost and ensure your quality score and CTR does not get affected. Other thing, at the level of bid, you can use bid adjustment to fine tune your campaign, make it competitive. You can use conversion tracking and you can focus on cost per conversion to understand your overall performance, because as I told you, even if CTR is less on display network, it is understandable because people are not proactively looking out for your product or service. So one good indicator for effectiveness of your campaign can be your conversion rate on display network, or if you're using your campaign on display network for just branding purpose, you can just keep track of your impression share and impressions to understand how it is performing. And not only that, on display network, if you are finding that certain devices, like let's say mobile device is performing much better in getting your conversions and traffic, you can use device level bid adjustment, what we saw earlier today, so that you give more preference to traffic or searches coming from a particular device than the other. Then there is one section in your account called opportunities. So once your campaign is live and running, this opportunity section will start showing you certain suggestions. So these are some of the opportunities which I was getting in my account. So there will be suggestions about removing certain redundant keywords. There will be suggestions about adding new keywords. If I click on this, it will show me more details like this. Add 20 keywords, and it will give me an estimate. If I add these 20 keywords to this particular ad group, I can get up to 7 more clicks in a weekly basis, 107 more impressions, and cost about 24 rupees extra, 23.88 similarly. So it's not always necessary that the opportunity section will show you some data, okay, but it can show you data once your campaign is live and running. You can review these suggestions. If you find something is relevant for you, you can click on apply and it will be applied to your, like in this case, if I click apply, this suggestion for these 20 keywords will be applied to the ad group relationship reading. Is that clear? Everyone? So those were some of the things which you could do at the campaign level, ad group level, keyword level, ad level, bid level, and at the device level. Now, having seen all this, let's go to the last topic of this module, which is about account audit. So this is also part of your assignment for this week, the last week. There's a template available in LMS which you can download. I will also give you a checklist at the end of this, which you can go through when you do the account audit. Okay. Now, account audit is a process of reviewing your AdWords account performance and making appropriate changes. And it is not a one-time thing, it's an ongoing process. So it's also a good thing to, or a good skill to master as a beginner for all of you, because typically sometimes when you attend some interviews after this, and they might ask you to do an account audit and show you, because it is like a comprehensive procedure by which they can know, okay, what are the things you are looking out for, whether you know to analyze an account. Okay, so it's an important thing. Also, a lot of companies outsource this process. Like I have received many offers sometimes from agencies asking if I can do an account audit of their accounts. So you can charge a good amount for doing a comprehensive account audit. So it's a thing you can do as an independent consultant also. Okay, like what Sarabjit was sharing during the break time, that he got a couple of projects. You can offer yourself as a consultant who can do account audit. Many people would try to outsource it, and that's a good way to start off. You are also getting access to data, and it's an opportunity for you to learn as you analyze. Okay, so account audits may be done separately for the search network and the display network campaigns. Okay, so what are the, so this is a checklist you can follow. So all the suggestions what we discussed earlier applies even now. First, look at the overall account structure. Okay, when I say look at the overall account structure, what do I mean? Campaign settings, ad groups, are they theme based? Are the campaigns relating to a single network? All these things. Okay, coming to campaign level, are the campaigns naming done in an easy manner, or is it confusing? So these are all applicable when you receive an account from a client where there are lots of campaigns. Okay, so at the very peripheral campaign level, are they naming the campaign in an easy to understand manner, or is it all confusing? How are the network settings? Are the campaigns targeting all the networks, or are they properly segmented for search campaigns and for display campaigns? Uh, are you going to audit a random account? No, I will not be doing that, but I am going to give you the checklist which you can do. You will be having access if you go to the LMS last week assignment. There is an option for you to request access to a dummy account of Digital Vidya. This is an account which it's called a Digital Course Pro account, where we had spent about over 1 lakh rupees in ads. Now it's an inactive account. So for the purpose of assignment, what you need to do is you need to go to your LMS, request access. Once you request access, we will give you access to that account for 1 month. So if you give request access today and we grant you access today, till 2nd of July, you will have access to that account, during which time you need to complete the assignment. So there you have campaigns, ad groups, everything. If you go back, if you just need to put the time period a little backwards, maybe 1 year back or something, you will have data. Okay, you can pick up campaigns. I mean, you can look at the account structure, campaigns, everything from there, and you can do the account audit. Is that clear? And there's a template which you can fill out and upload. Here what I'm telling is, when you do that process, what are the things you need to look out for? Okay, so you need to look at the campaign settings. So when you have these campaigns, so that account will have a lot of campaigns. So look at how is the naming done, what are the network settings. So these are things you can answer in yes or no kind of a thing. Okay, ad group. In ad group level, are the ad groups, so let's say you pick up 3 or 4 campaigns in the account for audit. Okay, are the ad groups under those campaigns relating to specific themes, or are they very general? Within the ad group, how many keywords are present? If you remember the week 2 class, when we discussed ad group optimization, we also discussed ideally have at least 10 to 20 keywords under each ad group, or relating to specific theme, right? So look at these. So if you find that, okay, the themes are slightly generic, they are not very specific, what is the corresponding action that you can take for optimization? You can suggest in the account audit that, okay, these ad groups are not very specific, consider making it more specific. You can give example of what can make it more specific depending upon whatever product or service they are having, right? So if I'm doing account audit for a campaign for music instruments, I find that the ad groups are related to very general musical instruments. I can suggest, okay, these are general ad groups. Maybe since your website is having these products, maybe you can create specific ad group for guitar, specific ad group for sitar, like that. That will be the suggestion as part of the account audit. Is this clear? Look at the number of keywords. If it is less, suggest more. If the keywords are adequate but they are not relating to the theme, point that out. Then at the level of keywords, analyze what match types are they in. Like when I said today you showed me your account during break time. So I took a look at the keyword list and I said all of them are broad match, right? So I said maybe you can consider. So in this case, you're having an account with data. So on the basis of data, you can suggest, okay, these set of keywords are of broad match type and they seems to be costing you a lot of amount. Maybe you can consider making them into a phrase match or an exact match. So not just because they are costing, but also maybe because their CTR is very low. So you know that when the keyword match type becomes more narrower, there's a likelihood that CTR will go up, right? So this is how you analyze match types and suggest changing of certain match types on the basis of data. Then you can do a QA of the negative keyword list. Sometimes you will find that, okay, some campaigns have 0 negative keywords. So you can suggest adding certain negative keywords based on search term report or things like that. Is that right? And again, in this account, you will have data under the search term report for analysis because it was a live campaign. So you can look at the search term report, see what kind of terms were triggering the ad at that point. If those terms were not part of the keyword list, you can suggest those terms to be part of keyword list. If there were terms which were not at all relevant for the ad, which were triggering the ad and costing you, you can suggest them as negative keywords. So these are all suggestions we have already gone through at the week 2, but we are just putting it together as a checklist for you to look at different levels. Am I clear? Then you can go to the ad level for those campaigns. See in one go, are the ad text grammatically correct? Are they interesting and catchy for you to feel like you want to click on them? See if they have taken time to add specific USPs or call to action phrases. If not, you can suggest that. That will be your suggestion as part of the account audit. And when was the last ad test performed? QAing your negative keyword list means look at the negative keyword list. That is, you go to the negative keywords tab under the keywords. Sometimes, as I told you, there will be no negative keywords, in which case you need to suggest adding. Sometimes you might see very few negative keywords, not enough. So you can suggest more negative keywords. And how can you get suggestions for ideas for negative keywords? By looking at the search term report, it can give you ideas. If you find terms which are not relevant triggering the ads, those can be going into the negative keyword list. Okay. Then coming to quality score, you have a column under keywords section where you can see the quality score for each keyword. Add that column and look at the quality score. If you find keywords which were having very low quality score, point them out, suggest changing their match type or making them more specific to improve the quality score. Look at ad extensions tab. In the ad extensions tab, see if the person is having a brick and mortar business, having an offline store, have they implemented location extension, because that is very relevant for them. If it's a call based business, see if they have implemented call extensions or call only ads, things like that. If they have implemented call extensions, see if the extensions are set to work only during the office hours, otherwise they'll be wasting calls because they may not be having people to respond. So you need to look at those things for each extension. Okay. Conversion tracking. If the campaign is having a goal of sales and conversion, have they implemented conversion tracking? How do you check that? Go to conversions tab, see if they have generated the conversion tracking code, see the status if it is verified. If it is not verified, it means they have not implemented it yet. Okay, so you need to check that. Then check the overall targeting settings. When you go to campaign settings page, you will see location. So see if the location settings are there. if device preference is there, how have they defined their audience. So these are, so audience is applicable if they are having a display campaign, otherwise it's not. Location is there for both types of campaigns. See if they have implemented any kind of device bit adjustments. So let's say if you look at a campaign, you go to devices section, you find that they have implemented device bit adjustment, and the device they have given a lot of let's say increase by 20% for mobile, for example. That's what you're seeing, but you are not seeing a corresponding increase in the clicks or conversions for mobile. If you remember the screen I showed you where I had put mobile 10 plus 10%, you saw that there's a significant difference in the number of clicks and CTR data for searches from mobile compared to laptop and tablet, right? Which means it is working well for me. Now, if you find that there's a device bit adjustment applied, but it is not working well for that person, you need to point it out and say that maybe you need to review this bid adjustment, decrease it, or remove the bid adjustment in this part, like that. Am I clear? Everyone, is it confusing? Are you able to understand? We are only kind of putting together whatever we've been learning over the last 4 weeks in one full picture, so to speak. How to check if conversion tracking has been enabled? Remember how we created the conversion tracking code, Sandeep? You go to settings icon. Under that, you see conversions option. You click on conversions option. There, you will see all the conversion tracking codes that have been generated. If you see none, it means tracking has not been enabled. If you see any conversion tracking code there, but the status is unverified, it means they have generated the conversion tracking code, but they have not yet implemented it. So that's where you check that. Correct. Okay. And there is actually a tool, a free tool to check which will generate a nice template for conversion tracking. I mean, so not conversion tracking, account audit. This is by one particular, I mean, how many of you have heard of WordStream website? So if you go to wordstream.com/Google AdWords, they are like a popular blog for SEO, SEM related stuff. So let's say, see, if any of you are having an active AdWords account where as part of this course you may have started a live campaign, in that case you can enter your email ID, AdWords login email ID over here, and you can click on get your grade and they will generate a report like this, you see, where it will tell you how much is your CTR, impression share lost, all these things in a very good predefined template. Okay, it will give you. Now the only catch is you can't use it for the account that we are sharing with you, because this needs to have data in the last 90 days. But as I told you, the account where we are giving you access, though we have spent pretty much good amount, it's not active in the last 90 days. So if you are having an account which you have created during the course of this module, or any other account where there is a data in the last 90 days, you can just enter your AdWords login email ID over here and click on get your grade. It will give you a kind of a good picture of a predefined account audit report. Okay, so that is something you can consider if you want to. Otherwise, in the LMS, you have a template which you can download, and all the checklists that I just showed you are there in the LMS also. Okay, you can just go through this template. As per that, you can make notes and complete the account audit and upload that information in the LMS to complete your assignment. Okay, so that we are completing some 15 minutes ahead of time. Any doubts, anything? I know, I think Yashi, you asked about MCC account. I can take that up. Anything else apart from that? But before we take that up, guys, one important thing. Don't yet log out. Please share your feedback for this module, the SEM module. Not for today's class, this is for the overall module, okay? And whatever is your feedback, this is going straight to Digital Vidya website under the SEM course for any prospective students to read, so that it can, if it can help them decide whether it is worthwhile joining the course or not. So please take 2-3 minutes to complete this feedback, all of you, and then I'll take up the MCC account topic and any other doubts you have. You can mention if anything really you liked about the course content, or the training style, or about my training. You can mention it. Just ping me in the group chat when you're done taking the feedback. Sandeep, you face some problem while experimenting with the AdWords account. You are not allowed to save the campaigns. The system was. Are you having the Express account or the standard account, Sandeep? Personal Express account. So for the purpose of this particular module and whatever I am teaching you, I want you to use a standard account. Can you please try with that and let me know if it works? Because I don't use the Express account at all. I mean, it's been ages since I've used an Express account. So I don't know if it is anything to do with that. You're trying with the digital ID? I didn't understand. Meaning with the digital ID means? Digital Vidya account. So see, whichever account you're using, the main point is you need to have a standard account. Okay, so just what you can do is you can try that, and if you're still facing any issue, there's a Q&A forum in the LMS. You can post there. We will take it up from there. Do we have to give an exam of Google to get the certification? Yes, I will come to that also. There is, if you go to your, let me just take the account. So you guys can take the feedback. Let me just open the LMS to show you what you can do to get the certification. Good that you asked. See, if you go to the sixth section in your LMS after week 4, there is something called Instruction Google AdWords Exam. There you see a link, google.com/partners, sign up. If you click on that, it will take you to a page where you can sign up for the exam. Okay, this is one way. The other thing is, if you search for academy.exceedlms.com, okay, and sign in with your Google account here. it will take you to this page called Academy for Ads. Okay, so you can click on Get AdWords Certified, where you can go to AdWords Fundamentals. So most of the things you need to create complete for AdWords Fundamentals we have already covered. So you see there are a lot of steps you can do for each topic. Once you complete, you can go ahead and do. If you want, there are advanced AdWords certifications also, mobile, search, video. You have the material, preparation material also there if you want to read up. Is that clear? That is one thing. Anytime you don't clear, you can repeat it within 7 days again. You know, you can appear any number of times, but maybe a gap of 7 days between the courses, between the tests, basically. Scoring criteria is 80%. You can see here now. Okay. Have you guys finished taking the feedback, guys? Okay. Thank you, Sandeep. How about others? Thank you, Vanessa. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I think I gave a wrong link. Uh, that's why I was thinking, wondering why it's not reflecting. That is a link I need to fill up. Sorry, everyone. I was wondering how come. Yeah, my bad. I'm so used to the other feedback link. As this is the link, so I will have to ask you guys to fill again. Sorry. Okay, so please take another 2-3 minutes to actually fill the feedback form. The other feedback went nowhere, so good we finished early. So this is how the actual feedback link will look like. So basically, Yashi, let's say you are writing the training was really helpful for me. It will be posted on the Digital Vidya website under the SEM course as your feedback. So that if let's say I'm a new student, I'm considering attending the course, I will see your feedback and it can basically I can decide based on what you guys are saying. So basically in the Digital Vidya home page, if you look at SEM, you see read reviews over here. What you're posting as your review will come up over here. Okay, like that. All right, so can everybody confirm if you have taken the feedback? Thanks, Yashi. Thank you, Arzu. Thank you, Vanessa. Thanks, Tanvi. Don't yet log out. I'll just take you through the MCC topic, which Yashi asked. We have 5 more minutes. So others, Uttama, Jibin, Priyanka, all of you guys took the feedback. Oh, okay. Thanks, Uttama. Okay, so let me just tell you about this manager account thing. A manager account is used by, thanks Sandeep, uh, an AdWords account manager, somebody who handles multiple AdWords accounts. And this will look like this. If you're having an account with AdWords Express, it will show you, you can create AdWords accounts under it, basically. Okay. Now, you can link different AdWords account under a manager account. For manager account, in short, we call it an MCC account. Okay. So let's say all of you, 8 of you are having an AdWords account. I'm having a manager account. You can send a request to link your account to my manager account. So when I open my manager account, I'll see all your 8 accounts under it. Okay. When will you use it? When you're a large advertiser with more than one account. So sometimes let's look at a company like, for example, Hindustan Unilever, which may be having n number of products, right? They may, in that case, the company itself may opt for a manager account and have a lot of individual AdWords accounts under it. Or it can be used by agencies and other marketing professionals who manage multiple client accounts and having a large number of campaigns. What's the use? It's very easy to access. You just have a single login to the ad manager account from where you can navigate to any of the individual accounts. You can look at different account overview, account level data from that interface. And you can get billed in one go for that one single invoice for all the managed accounts. So you don't have to bother about individual billing. And you can get alerts for all the linked accounts, all these things. Okay. Now I'll just show you one more thing regarding the manager account. We don't usually cover the manager account in this module, primarily because most of you are new to AdWords, and for all practical purposes, you may not be handling an MCC account at this point because of that. Okay. So, but this is a good video which you can watch. I'm just sharing the link. Thanks, Priyanka. So this is a video on how you can save time using a manager account. You can just watch it and ping me in the group chat when you're done. 2 minutes. Arju, if you want to see more videos, one is in Academy for Ads. You have a lot of good videos, some of which we have also shown you during the course. Otherwise, you can subscribe to the AdWords official channel on YouTube, where you have a lot of live Q&A, hangout sessions, and other things. That's a good, you can subscribe to it. So topic specific videos are all available there. So if you go here itself, see this AdWords. Here you can see, you can subscribe. You can see the individual videos. You can see the playlists where you have topic specific things, all these things. Okay. Okay, done. Okay. So that's about it, guys. I hope the module was helpful for you and you enjoyed it. I liked connecting with all of you.